Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode and another beautiful week in the wrestling world of wrestling news and brews. My name is Juice, and right next to me over here is my co-host Jescomayne. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, brother? We doing this early morning show for the first time, so
Yeah, man. It's a
just waking my ass out of bed, and we're doing this one. Let's go.
Hey, let's do it. You know what I mean? Got a little coffee right here next to me with a little bit of that beautiful Terramana Blanco brought to you by
Ooh.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson himself. I'm doing it the Rock style. Put a little shot or two in this little coffee. So cheers to you, my brother.
Let's go, brother. Had me some
Yes,
of that
sir.
Mickey's last night. I have me 40 right now, but
Mm.
it's way too early for that. So you know what? I'm gonna have to crack this one loose. I'm gonna have to crack this one up right here. We got that
Oh, that
Ying
Yingling, baby.
Lager. Let's
Let's
go.
let's go, brother.
Cheers, Oos.
Cheers, Zeus. Feeling a little bit OC this morning, you know what I mean?
Little Uzi.
A
Feeling a
little
little
OC
Uzi
this
today.
morning, man. Anyway, so jumping right into it, we're starting out the week strong. Monday Night Raw. So we open up Monday Night Raw, and out comes Becky Lynch. Probably cuts one of the best fan interaction promos in a
Right.
while.
I agree.
You know, jumps out into the crowd and goes ahead and interacts with a couple of guys from the crowd. It was a pretty awesome segment, man.
Yeah, I see what they're doing there, just giving her that freedom of what the Rock and Stone Cold would do back in the day. And
Right.
it looks nice, bro. I like that they're doing more things with the women division, for sure. Like making it more, about them, and it's looking good. I like that promo.
Right, and who better to cut that promo with than with Bailey, right? I mean, two
Right.
obviously two women in this division who have a long history with each other, dating back to the original four horsewomen of
Yeah,
wrestling. You know
exactly.
what a way to bring Becky back and have her cut this promo with Bailey. I mean, I don't see it going wrong any other way. You know.
That was great. I'm glad that you mentioned the start of the show,
Yeah.
because I the what I have right here is the Usu segment. That's like literally it killed. It did like
It,
that's the whole Raw for me, because that
yeah.
promo was so good with Sammy and Jay finally accepting them, and that
Yeah.
promo was really good, bro. And I like how Kevin Owens came out, and it was just a back to back with Sammy, and I'm just loving
Right.
it, bro. I'm loving the storyline and what's gonna come next. This is not dead, bro. It's far
It's
from over.
It's not, and it's a beautiful way to kind of continue on the story with Sammy, having Kevin come in and play like, play coy to it, like I don't really care about you, Sammy, no more. I'm done with you. I'm focused. I mean, but the thing that kind of intrigued me about that whole segment was everybody came out. The thing that stood out to me was Solo Sikoa seemed kind of distant from the group when they were on the stage and they're making their trademark pointing up to the sky taunt. Solo didn't do it this time. They get into the ring. Solo's off into the distance. He's not even dressed in code with the other members. Everybody's wearing red. He's wearing a black sweater with black shorts, arms folded the entire time, not even looking in their direction once. So is this foreshadowing? I don't know. Either way, it's great. I mean, it's great TV for me. So
And it's good to look at things like that, because I mean you never know. It
right, you
might bring
never
out
know.
this. Yeah. That Austin Theory promo on Seth Rollins, I gotta say,
Mhm.
man, that's just a great feud for right now. I don't know what they're gonna end up doing. Maybe a match at the Rumble, but I'm just liking that Theory is working with Rollins and he's working with the top guys. And I don't
Mhm.
know, man. It's looking good. I mean, the sky's the limit for Austin Theory, especially his gimmick right now, and just being himself now. I'm liking it, bro.
Oh, most definitely. And, we had a lot of people had been, bickering about, the way that he's been booked, like, oh, Triple H is burying him. And we had talked about this, like, no,
Yeah.
this is the way that Triple H is kind of washing away the entire, pre-regime's version of Austin Theory and reintroducing his vision of Austin Theory. Because at the end of the day, Austin Theory is a Triple H guy dating back from the black and gold of NXT. So maybe this is just the way Triple H envisioned it, and it's great. I mean, he's a guy that I think should be taken seriously, and if you're gonna build this guy to be your next face of the company, why not do it better than giving him the opponents that he's getting right now, Seth Rollins of all people, right?
Exactly. We talked about it already. Rollins does not need that US title. It just
He
makes
doesn't.
more sense for Austin Theory, man.
He doesn't. And speaking in kayfabe terms, it's Seth Rollins is the number. I think Seth Rollins is Wrestler of the Year 2022. All the storylines, all the matches, all the promos that he's done this year, he deserves to be number one Wrestler of the Year next year when the PWI charts come out. In my
Oh
opinion,
yeah, yeah, I agree, man.
just a workhorse,
Not
bro.
a dull moment at all with Rollins.
No, and to top it off, he doesn't miss a live event, which is crazy. You know what I mean?
I've seen that. And that's how you become the man. That's yeah, exactly when you say workhorse. That does make a lot of sense when you say that about Rollins.
Yep. Uh,
We also had the OC versus Judgment Day main event. I actually thought that was like really damn good. That's a pay per view level match
yeah.
for sure.
The spot that kind of took my breath away was Mia Yim body slamming Finn Balor. I was like,
Oh
whoa!
yeah,
It's not no
dude.
Rhea Ripley body slamming Luke Gallows, but I mean, it was great. It's Finn Balor's the leader. I mean, who else? You have. I'm not being sexist here, but you have the woman of the group body slamming the leader of the opposing group.
Right. That's
Like,
yeah. That's why it seemed a little bit more. It wasn't a bigger guy, but it's kind of
right,
a bigger guy because it's Finn
it is.
Balor. But I just felt this match was just all over the place, but in a good way. Like I said, pay per view level main event. It was, bro. I loved everything about it. It just kept me entertained. It was the main event for a reason, just because it was highly entertaining and just that's really what got me for Monday Night Raw. Other than that Uso promo with Sammy and KO, I gotta say those were the top for me on that Raw for sure.
It's going to be interesting in the next few weeks to see how Judgment Day is booked. Not Judgment Day, but the OC is booked. I want to see if they throw subtle hints at, Carl Anderson's leaving this month to go and wrestle
Oh
in New
yeah,
Japan. Are
true.
they going to throw subtle hints like, oh, he's going to go defend the never open weight? Because at Crown Jewel, or I think it was Crown Jewel, or it might have been an episode of Raw or SmackDown, where Michael Cole had, mentioned that, oh yeah, Carl Anderson is a current never open weight champion at New Japan. Hopefully they throw subtle hints, but then again, New Japan does have that working relationship with AEW, so I don't know. I mean, it's all interesting to me. I love how
It would be cool if they hint that out because also Nakamura is going to be going.
to Pro
Um,
Wrestling Noah,
that's
yeah.
right. That would be cool if they throw a hint out there too as well. Maybe a little promo or uh,
You posted the clip, and I remember watching it off of your Instagram first, not Carl Anderson's, but yours of when Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows were in the tour bus talking about
dude, that was badass, bro. Yeah,
that was
because yeah,
badass.
I follow Carl Anderson, and I like that he's already getting the freedom to do his own little Bullet Club promos, and not only that, Karrion Cross is doing his own shit too, which I like, man. Like, it's just cool. Like, I mean, he's editing. You could tell he's editing his videos. He's doing his own thing. I mean, that just shows me that you care about what you're doing and you're getting yourself over in a way. I mean, Vince hated that shit where you'll get yourself over. But nah, bro, this is what makes you a star because you're actually focused on your real fucking character.
Yep, and the wrestling business is evolving, man. I mean, I'm not saying like I have experience in it, but I'm saying like as a fan, there's no more that one guy at the top is controlling the entire product. Everybody's kind of, in a way, going to business for themselves in a good way, promoting themselves to be the biggest star that they
Right.
can be. And it's beautiful that Triple H is kind of open to that idea, letting everybody doing their own thing, but it just makes the product that much better. And that's why I feel like Triple H's current run as the head guy has been great so far. I haven't seen him miss a single step.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because man, I like those press little conferences that they have, and I
Yeah.
like that he answers all these questions and he'll go over, just to get everyone's question. Like he'll answer everyone's question and like an unbiased opinion. Like you know what I mean? He literally tells you straight up, and I think that's badass, bro. It's like the Dana White of WWE for sure.
Yep. And before anybody goes off and says, "Well, AEW started it first," like, no, man. Triple H was holding these press conferences back in NXT before AEW was a thought, man. It's great that he's retouching back to his original styles because a lot of his uh, black and gold black and gold stuff that he had did before were all from his own mastermind and his group of guys. You know what I mean? So I think if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? So
And not only that, I just feel like with AW, it's just like, dude, like they're trying to make it like too real, like where they're just cussing and doing this and that. But
yeah,
I mean, for WWE, it makes more sense because you got people actually asking real questions and you're getting real answers, and you throw it in a little of um the act, and you act like yourselves, but it's not like we're AEW where they're just like, it's entertaining when MJF is saying F this and F that or whatever, but
yeah.
I don't feel like it's really necessary.
It's not. I mean, and the best part about WWE is a lot of their audience, target audience, they're mainly aiming towards kids, and they do, they throw subtle, rated what you call it, PG-13 things here and there. But you know what I mean, dude? Like, if your target audience is kids, like, you know what I mean, I get it, and it's good because, like you said, it's not necessary to go ahead and go overboard, and that's how you lose a lot of sponsors too. I believe when you start doing some stupid stuff like that, saying stupid things on camera that you are probably going to end up regretting later. I mean, it's all smart business, and I love that WWE is kind of just focused on not really going over the top most of the time.
That's
But
right, man. Um,
anyways,
NXT, bro, Dijak.
mm, yes, Dijak. The one thing I do not like about Dijak is that he looks like have you ever listened to Judas Priest?
Yeah.
He looks like the lead singer of Judas Priest. I wanted to I really wanted to go back to his old attire, but other than that, I love the entire gimmick, man. Just
Me
not the
too,
attire.
bro. I just feel it's Terminator,
Yeah,
the voice change. It's just like this. If anybody's gonna go full character and be a real fucking, like a movie star kind of Terminator guy, this is the
he's
guy
it.
because he could back it up. He has the ring skills, he has the promos. I
Yeah,
mean, this dude can do a lot of fucking amazing things, man. Like
a
this
lot.
guy, I'm telling you, since I first saw him in Ring of Honor, he's gonna live up to this character for sure because like it's real. I believe it for sure.
It is, and he's even before. I mean, he deserves this shit though because when he was brought up to the main roster, it was a travesty. That entire the retribution idea that they had was great initially, and then they introduced Mustafa Ali as a leader, which
Right.
was great. And then they released the names of each member in Retribution. And I was like Slapjack and T Bar. I was like,
It
I
was
don't
just
know, man.
failed to begin with, man. It was
It
like
started to fail, man. I
they
was like,
should have brought that shit in NXT and then but
yeah,
on the
I
main
agree.
roster, dude, that was stupid.
And like I think like during the pandemic, the Thunderdome era, a lot of things I think a lot of things kind of went to shit because there's a lot of things that could have happened and could have had a greater impact had it been in front of a live audience. For example, and I don't mean to get off topic, but like for example, Karrion Cross's debut, you know what I mean, was in front of no audience. And I think the pandemic having no live audience
Right.
kind of did kill NXT Black and Gold's
Yeah.
momentum going forward. But a lot of things happened during that, you know what I mean? Drew McIntyre's WrestleMania win, Rhea Ripley winning the women's title, or not Rhea Ripley, but Charlotte Flair winning the NXT women's title. There's just a lot of things that had happened in that pandemic era, and I think Retribution was one of those things that just kind of killed a lot of those guys' momentum. Man, it sucks. It's good to see that they're all doing different things now, but but Dijak, I think that he's definitely gonna sprout into a star. Man, it was great to see him fucking get in the ring this past week.
Real thing about that, like you're saying about that, it just feels like Triple H brings up these guys from NXT and Vince is shitting on them on the main roster.
Oh,
And it's like
definitely, man.
if he's been building them up on NXT, how about you let him build them up on the main roster? Because obviously you don't know who these guys are, these talents are.
He doesn't, man. He didn't. That's why he was really. And I hate saying this because if it wasn't for Vince, none of us would be wrestling fans today. That's my honest opinion. But
Yeah.
as years gone on, he's really lost his touch in a lot of things, and one of the main things was realizing that the product has evolved. It's not so much more of the bigger guys or your bigger stars. Like, no, man, you got guys sizes of, Ricochet, Finn Balor, guys with the size of Adam Cole, who are phenomenal talents if you book them right and let them do them, and just a lot like how you said earlier. They're allowing themselves to go out there and do their own thing and put themselves. If Vince just saw that, I think that there would have been no reason for the fan out outlasted him, saying that he's out of touch.
Oh, and
That's
big shout outs to NXT Adam Cole for sure.
oh my gosh, man. You talk about a guy. You think of NXT Black and Gold. My initial thought is always going to be Adam Cole,
For
man. That
sure.
ooh.
That Iron Survival Challenge, dude. That's cool. We already got the
It's cool,
contenders.
man.
I like the whole segment with Shawn Michaels, X Pac, Road Dogg,
Yeah,
Laundra Blaze, and who else was it? There's one more. Oh, Molly Holly backstage, and
yep.
they're naming the contenders for the survival Iron Survival match for both women and men. And I think we have. I think these are the for the men. It's J.D. McDonough, Carmelo Hayes, Grayson Waller, Van Wagner, and they're gonna have the next week. They're gonna have the final contender. I think it's gonna be Tony D because that's the only
Oh,
one that I think.
he comes back from injury. He's still
Yeah,
injured.
but
He's
they're
still
gonna
going back
have
to
like a
work.
match where they're gonna have that final guy and I mean Tony D. You got to put him in there.
I feel it, man. Hey, charismatic as hell. Pretty cool gimmick too. I mean, man, I really wish he still had what's his name, the Cole Carter, who's over at AEW now. But man, that trio we had, it was him, Cole Carter, and I, I, two dimes, Tony.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Stacks
Stack.
Lorenzo. Yeah,
Yeah, man, that'd be
bro.
great. And the Iron Survival. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it yet until we see it. Just like you know what I mean. Any other new match that kind of comes into the fold of WWE, so it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. I think Triple H and Shawn Michaels put together a great program, so we'll see.
Hey, you know what? It's already reminding me of. They had. I think they had it on No Mercy pay per view. It was like a 6-pack challenge. I forgot what they called it. Um, but it would be like some kind of time limit. They'll put like 20 minutes, and you could pin each other all you want. But at the end of the bell, whoever has that last pin stays is the champion. I forgot what that
Uh,
match.
this is an Iron Man match too, right? I mean, kind of in the same concept to the Iron Man match. Triple H, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Who can forget about that Iron Man match? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, yeah. And anyways, also on NXT, man. I'm gonna fucking say this. I don't know why, but Javier Bernal, I can't buy into his gimmick, bro. I can't do this cringe as fuck. However, him and Axiom did put on a great fucking match, dude.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't. I
But
don't.
I
I
don't
don't give
know.
a damn about that dude, bro. Like,
I was like, I every time it's weird. Like every time I see him on the screen, like I really want to buy into his character, but then I'm like, I can't, man. I can't buy. You're not believable. You know what I mean? You got to
yeah,
make
dude.
the character believable.
It's just pretty sad, bro, because he has that one face. Like, it's very punchable, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's just it's just like I don't want to take you serious because who the fuck are you? Like, I don't know. I just see it like that. Like, I
Oh
feel you,
my
bro.
gosh, dude! I can't. Like every time I see him on the screen, I'm just like, you know what? If there's another wrestling program right now, every time or on the same time slot as this, every time I see this guy come on my screen, I'm flipping to the other channel. I mean, oh my
It's
god,
just like like they want to make him different and do his own little he had put out like a list of things it's just
yeah,
stupid, bro.
it is. But Axiom looks great. Formerly known as
Oh,
A
of
Kid
course.
from, formerly known as A Kid from NXT UK. He looks great. Other than that, NXT was a
Wait,
great.
is that a kid? What?
Yes,
That's crazy, bro. I had no idea
it
that was him.
is. That's A Kid. It's. I mean, he was great in NXT UK, and just to see him in a new gimmick is gonna be it's pretty awesome to see. You know what I
And they
mean?
threw the mask on him. That's freaking that's smart for sure.
Marketing, man. I mean, shoot, you if he gets over with the crowd and he gets over on the main roster, those masks are gonna go. Like Rey Mysterio's mask went when he first came back to the when he first came to WWE. His masks were flying off the merchandise shelves like nothing, man. So masks are always a hit and miss. You never know.
Right. Other than that toxic attraction main event, let's move on to AEW, my friend.
Yes, you know what? This episode of AEW was another banger for me, man. I uh, having the elite back for some reason makes it seem like it's AEW. You know,
Right, right. And at the top of the show, bro, we get Mox, and as soon as he gets in that damn ring, we get I was gonna say
Hangman.
that I was gonna say that name, dumb fuck page, but we got the man, Hangman is back. He gets up in his face, nose to nose. You think this? I think this match they're gonna throw it down, bro. Because you know,
Yeah,
I don't. I used to like Adam Page a lot, bro. You know, Ring of Honor days, but the man can throw down a crazy ass match for sure. And to work against Moxley, it's gonna be beautiful, bro. You're gonna see
it's gonna be great. I mean, you're
a
talking about
crazy match for sure.
two baby faces, right? But at the same time, like you don't know who to cheer for, but both have that mentality of just wanting to, they hit with bad intentions. That's the believable part is that these two guys can fucking go, you
Yeah.
know. Both have great stories behind them. Hangman's coming off of what was it? He was hurt, I believe, right?
Yes, he got that concussion, remember? On that
Yes,
Moxley match,
he's coming off of that
that
concussion.
clothesline.
Yep, and Mox is coming
Uh,
off a heated storyline with MJF and Regal. So why not? You know what I mean? That
right.
match could turn heads, and I believe it. That story could also turn heads. Both guys are great on the mic. Both guys can build a match perfectly and can execute it as well. So you know what I mean. What they're selling right now, I'm buying. That was a great segment.
Samoa
Follow.
Joe, king of television. You saw that shit?
Yep. I'm gonna be probably the only guy that says this. I really don't want Samoa Joe to drop that TNT title back to Wardlow. He's great, man. He's Samoa Joe is fucking awesome, dude. He's
Yeah,
his walk away when AR Fox tried to do the tope con hilo and he just kind of walked off. I love it when he does that, man. When he walks away from these aerial moves, like, the fuck out
it's
of here.
badass that he still does it because he made that shit famous in TNA, man.
He did. He did. He made it TNA. He took it to WWE, and now in AEW, it's even more so better with his facial expressions. You're
Right.
just like, all right. But yeah, then that promo at the end with Wardlow on the screen, I was like, ugh, no, don't give it back to this guy, please. I
Nah,
love,
bro.
I
I
love
don't
this.
know about Warlow.
If you want to keep Samoa Joe, because trust me or not, if you start to fuck up with Samoa Joe and you let his contract expire, he's going back. I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
for sure. But yeah, that's why we got the double champ for sure, you know.
definitely.
MJF taking out the promo of the night, taking
Yeah.
shots, the burgundy title, right? Or the
Hideous.
scarf looking title.
Hideous.
What do you think about that whole promo?
Fucking I okay. I we texted about this too. I don't I don't think he necessarily needs to keep mentioning WWE. I
Nah.
mean, it's getting at this point, it's getting repetitive. Like I get it. He's not trashing the product. He's not talking shit, but at the same time, anytime an AEW superstar to me needs a cheap pop from the crowd that's there or needs a cheap reaction, they're gonna mention some type of WWE reference. The one who's fucking famous for it that irritates the fuck out of me is Britt Baker. She does it all the fucking time.
Yeah, and she makes it.
MJF,
Yeah, like
yeah,
she's all good about
it's
that.
yeah, like I mean, it's fucking cringe at this point, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really cringe. I was even gonna say, like all the shit talking he was doing, he's saying this and that. Like he was really like lighting up that promo, but I'm like, just stay in AEW, bro. You're getting paid good. Why are you going to WWE? Like you're not
right?
gonna be doing the same promos. You're not gonna be able to say what you're gonna say. Like just stay in AEW, bro. Like I just feel don't go to WWE. Like I'm
She
just
doesn't.
saying it like as a like just stay there, bro. Just stay in AEW because there's nothing for you in WWE. Yeah, like
There's
they're
not
just
right now.
they're not gonna let him say whatever he's saying right now in AEW. Like just stay
No.
there, bro.
And they're definitely not going to let him take these cheap shots at AEW. They don't even let the current
Right.
guys there take shots at AEW. And if it is
Exactly.
shots at AEW, it's very subtle and very low toned, where you kind of like, was that a shot? No, it's not. But
Yeah.
AEW makes it very clear, like, yeah, hey, fuck WWE. You know what I mean? Like these guys are out there shooting that WWE fucking point blank range. Like it's just too repetitive and it's too much. He doesn't need to mention them. He cuts a great promo
Oh
and
yeah,
he
of
just needs to
course.
go there. By 2024, the bidding war of 2024, I guarantee you Tony Khan throws whatever money that MJF asked for.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, man, that's his home. That's where he made himself a star. Just stay there, bro. Because like, yeah, I know he wants that extra money, but they're gonna lose that whole MJF persona at WWE fast, bro. It's just not
They
gonna
are.
work over there.
And if you think about it, he is kind of the guy that started, well, not started, the very first match of All In, the pay per view, the very
Oh,
first
that's
pay-per-view,
right.
it was
Yeah.
him against Matt Cross. So if we're thinking about a guy who is actually AEW, it's MJF.
Yeah, for sure.
MJF definitely give him his flowers now, because in 2024 everybody's going to be either hating him or they're going to be loving him. It's going to be a split down the middle. So
That's
I think
right.
I think he's great. And speaking of that promo, I know that we have our usual segment at the end of this called Rumor of the Week, but the people are saying, and the Pro Wrestling Insider confirmed, that this was a way to write off William Regal from AEW TV.
That's right. That's right. I heard about that. I hope that's true.
I hope it's true. And they said that the deal, or uh, Dave Meltzer has said the night of that, oh well, we don't know what his contract is, and the next night it says, oh well, he signed a 3-year deal. But PW Insider, who's a more reliable source than Dave Meltzer, has stated, no, he's WWE bound soon, and the only way that they could possibly do that is possibly if Tony Khan said, okay, you know what, I'll let you out of your contract, which he probably will, given the respect that he has for William Regal, and I really hope it is, because William Regal deserves to be in WWE making that WWE money under Triple H. He
Oh
does.
yeah, man. And he was treated perfect in NXT, man. He was the GM for so long and backstage running things, not
He
running
didn't
it,
have,
but
yep, he didn't have to do
he was
shit or go
yeah.
anywhere. He just stayed
But
at the
they
company.
actually use them on AEW, like they're using them like a on-screen talent kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I know we've seen that already, but it's just like he's more important backstage for sure. Especially his son's there. I mean,
Yep.
he's
Charlie
going back.
Dempsey's over there, man, and you never know. I mean, maybe there'll be a program where he manages his son. Doesn't need to let his son kind of do his own thing, but
Yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean. He's always been Triple H's guy. Triple H has had his crop of guys, and a lot of them have. The only one that wasn't released by Vince McMahon was Shawn Michaels. And that's because Shawn Michaels did a great job over at NXT when Triple H was out. You know what I mean? Other than that,
Oh, that's
every
right.
one of Triple H's guys that he had under his wing, they're all gone. And
Yeah.
you can kind of see Triple H kind of bringing the fold back in slowly. He brings back Joe. He brings back Regal. It's inevitable, man. There's no Vince McMahon influence in this company whatsoever.
No, that's a for sure, man. Especially with all the changes already made. Um, my rumor of the week has to be Owens versus Reigns Royal Rumble. And when I heard that Reigns versus Owens at the Rumble, like we already saw this at the same place that it took place at the Alamo Dome 2017. They already had Reigns versus KO. You know, that shark cage match, it was
Yeah,
already for the Universal title. Okay, we saw that, right?
yeah,
Then we saw 3 straight pay-per-views with Reigns versus KO, right? All over
we don't.
the
Yeah,
Thunderdome.
we don't need this.
We're gonna
This
see this again at the Alamo Dome, the same match taking place for the championship. Like, come on, dude.
I don't. I hope it's not true, and I hope it doesn't happen. But
Uh,
I mean, I don't think Triple H is that.
it
I don't
just
think Triple H
pains
is
me to
that.
hear that, bro. Like, that just sounds ridiculous.
It does, but I mean, there's a lot, speculating around the Rumble too. I was listening to Busted Open last night, and
Yeah,
Tommy Dreamer was talking to fans about their speculations of what's going to happen, and uh, even he was saying, like this program right now that's going on, it's great if you just continue to do it right, and I don't think Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns is the right move to make for the Royal Rumble main event. Put him in the Rumble, yeah, you know what I mean, but not in the main event. I think you let Reigns and somebody else they build up. We never know. The Rumble is going to be a very interesting pay per view, bro, and you are lucky because you're going to be there live.
yes, sir. I mean, if you're gonna do Reigns versus KO, bro, do Styles versus Roman, do Edge versus. I mean, dude, do something else. Come on, I'm just saying it's
You
the
got
Rumble. We don't want to see that match already. Like we already know who the hell's gonna win.
yep.
But I just also heard that this rumor is leading up to it would be that match, and then it would lead up to a chamber pay-per-view KO versus KO again, freaking Reigns versus Sammy. So I do see that,
Yeah, I
it
did hear
could
that
happen.
too. It could happen, and the best part about that entire thing is that it's supposed to, well,
Lead up
speculation
lead
that
up to Mania as a tag
Mania,
team.
yeah,
Yeah.
against the Usos, and Kevin and Sammy take the titles off the Usos,
Yeah, I
and
do see that
the
happening for
bloodline
sure.
slowly dismantles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, jumping back to AEW, there's one thing I wanted to touch up on,
All right.
and it's a it's a Danielson and Harwood, Dax Harwood and Brian Danielson.
Oh yeah, that was a great match, bro. I
Great
forgot to
match.
mention that. Yeah,
Guys, you talk about guys who are fucking workhorses as well, man. Dax Harwood, FTR has been tag team, uh, tag team gold within the past, past few years since they made their AEW debut. Just going around the world, wrestling all over the place, and he's been putting
winning
on.
titles. Yep.
Yeah, and Brian Danielson, you know what I mean, a veteran in this, you know what I mean, a legend, a living legend, you know what I mean. Give him
Right.
his flowers now, but those two put on a great match.
That was
And
a great match, bro.
one more thing I also wanted to say about this is I don't understand why, but I don't understand why Bow Wow is getting so.
Bro, what the hell
It's
is
making
that,
me
man?
It's making me
And
so.
like you're fighting with a woman, like it doesn't make any sense. Oh my God.
Of all celebrities to kind of tie into your product, like why? Somebody, I mean, WWE brings in celebrities to work with them who have a huge following, who can bring in
Yeah,
a huge market of people, new eyes. Logan Paul, for example, dude,
yes, sir.
brings in so much eyes, so much viewership, but
Bro, all I
really
remember
that
Bow
that.
Wow is remember they did the Bow Wow challenge where you would
Oh
be like,
yeah,
come
yes.
on, that's all I see is Bow Wow. Come
Oh,
on, man.
that was some shit. Where they posted the private
Oh,
jet
man.
and someone
Yeah, the
said,
private
yeah,
jet.
yeah,
Dude,
someone
that's
just had the plane. But whenever I see Bow Wow, though, I automatically think of like Mike and Roll Bounce. Other
yeah.
than that,
Well,
if you don't remember Bow Wow, I mean, I don't blame you, but like,
yeah.
fuck.
It
Anyways,
does not work, bro. It does not work at all.
it doesn't. But jumping
To
a couple days later
SmackDown.
to SmackDown, SmackDown was a great episode, man. Sammy was feeling a bit Uce, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Feeling a little Uce. And even on this episode, Solo still kind of looked distant from the group.
right.
And,
But we
I
saw
love
his loyalty when he helped
yeah.
out on that match. Also that double handshake with the Usos and Sammy was epic, bro.
Oh man,
Yo,
it was great, dude.
that segment was awesome, bro.
It's great to see them kind of buying into him, and
It was good to see Sheamus versus Jay, bro, because like, yeah, this is main event Jay. He's supposed to be wrestling main event guys like Sheamus. That I thought that match was great, bro. I feel like Jay is getting there. He's gonna get to the next level. You're gonna see like Intercontinental Champion for sure. I see that coming up.
you give Jay you know what I mean, you give Jay the go to kind of do his own thing. I think he has the control over
Exactly.
his character now, and he's kind of separated himself from Jimmy when Jimmy was hurt and when Jimmy had his legal troubles when Jay was on his own.
For
He was doing
sure.
great. One thing about that pandemic era that I don't think a lot of people kind of give credit to too much is that program that Jay and Roman had. That was a fucking awesome program,
Oh
man.
yeah, bro. It was just the storytelling was there.
Yep,
They were actually being real. Like they were actually acting like the real family that they are. Like
yep.
they just put that on screen for everybody to see. It was just
The
that
Hell in, the Hell in a Cell match they had, and Roman, crying mid match because Jimmy's over there, telling, oh man, yeah,
that was epic,
ooh,
bro. It was
watery
just
eyes,
captivating, bro, because you just wanted to
captivating.
see what's gonna happen next. He left the brothers
Yeah,
there, choked them out both. It was
that's a
crazy,
great
bro.
word. Captivating is a great word to use for that, man.
Yeah,
But
because I mean that's what WWE is.
captivating.
If AEW had any moment with that, it had to be anything with MJF at least. But that's WWE for sure, right there.
Yep. It's also during this SmackDown episode, we seen the return of Tegan Knox.
Yeah, I was cool about that. And she looked kind of different, so I didn't know who she was at first. And once I
Me
heard Michael
either.
Cole
Yeah.
say Tegan Knox, I was like, dude, I like her. She was injured right for a while.
She broke her leg. She messed up her knee like twice.
Yeah,
And she was out for many months, and then she was also released by Vince, and everyone kind of speculated that she was going to return at Clash because she's Welsh and they're in Cardiff, Wales for the pay per view. So everyone kind of speculated, oh, she's going to return. She didn't. I don't know why, but you know what I mean. What a way to bring her back in a program with Liv Morgan against her ex tag team partner, part of Team Kick, Dakota Kai. I
right.
mean, it's great. She looks great. She looks great to be coming off of a knee injury. So we'll see how that program goes.
Hey, Oos, I was gonna say Gunther versus Kofi. I like this. I didn't really like the match, but I like this that they're showing Gunther doesn't have to win by a finisher. Now he's winning by now he has his third finisher already. Like
Yeah.
he's been winning by the power bomb. He used a crazy clothesline the last time, and this time he used a badass move. I forgot what they called it, but man, I just like that they have him winning any type of way. It's like believable for this guy. He's just fighting any way to win now. Like he
Yep.
doesn't have to win by that just that same finisher or anything. Like this guy will put you out anyway. It's just
Doesn't have
I
to.
like that, bro. I really like that a lot about Gunther.
Yep. He's a in my opinion, him and Imperium. I think those three guys are three guys to be taken serious. I mean, you've got a lot of these stables now in WWE, and I think Imperium ranks among some of the most dominant in the entire company.
Yeah,
Across
it
any
just
brand.
if it's Legato too, bro. I gotta say Legato is
Oh,
lit right now.
Santos Escobar is a main event guy. He's a world champion in the near future. I think these guys are great. Joaquin Phoenix, uh, DJZ. I've always been a fan of him for for a long time. Uh, that entire that entire crop of guys, those four guys, and Zelina Vega included, it oozes charisma, and they're all four of them are fucking great in ring, dude.
Right. Hey, what'd you
Yes,
think about that Cross Rey Mysterio promo? I thought that was cool with the whole that card. The I don't
the
want to
card,
butcher Tetra card,
yeah,
or I don't know. I forgot what they called it,
the
but yeah,
the ones the psychic readings that they used, the
they
tarot.
had the tarot card. They had the
Yeah.
Emperor for Rey Mysterio. That was amazing, bro. I like the whole carrying cross promo, bro. That was awesome.
Yep, and I like how Triple H is giving them meaningful guys to cut these programs with, and guys who are already guys who have already made their names in the wrestling world, like Rey Mysterio, giving back to these young guys coming in.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you can't ask for a better way to go. I mean, Rey Mysterio over putting over guys, and Karrion Cross again, another main event guy that's going to be it's going to be a big deal in the years coming. It's great. I like the way that they presented with the tarot card too. It's pretty awesome.
Right.
And
What'd you think about the main event? It was Ricochet versus Santos Escobar for the World Cup,
I like
SmackDown World Cup.
great fucking match. Did Ricochet need to win? I don't. I think Santos should have won, but then again, I see why they didn't let him win, and I
Yeah,
see why they let Ricochet come off with the dub on top.
same here. I do see that too.
It's I You can't go wrong with Ricochet in any match against any opponent.
Yeah.
Especially with somebody who's got the skill set of Santos Escobar. There's going to be great high spots. There's going to be great
Right.
acro movements, but I mean, you can't go wrong. Those two guys are fucking awesome in the ring. You know,
And it's pretty cool to see Ricochet get something like that. He got that award, actually means something. Now he's fighting for the Intercontinental title. I like made it more believable because he did give some crazy ass kicks at the end and then did that what was it, the 450 splash? I forgot what
yep,
the
the
hell that
450
was.
stuff, 450 senton off the
That
top.
that was nice. It's just like, they're just getting him over so he can make it believable for Gunther. But I'm telling you, it's just a mismatch either way.
And his
Gunther is on a league on his own, bro, right now.
He is, and I love how Ricochet's character development has in recent weeks, man, or in recent months. His mic skills have been getting better. His promo skills, his facial expressions, his in ring's always been on top. But just to see his character work and his gimmick work come in full circle, it's been a great thing to see him start to get slowly developed into a full guy, a full character of his own. So it's great. But SmackDown nonetheless was fucking awesome, bro.
What would you say would be the moment of the week, Oos?
Moment of the week for me is definitely gonna be the it's kind of hard, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, for me, moment of the week is definitely gonna have to be. We didn't even touch up on this. Was the Street Profits return to
Oh, that was cool, bro.
the main Raw, to Monday Night Raw? Montez Ford coming off that injury. It was great to see them come back and make their entrance, and the crowd interaction with them. For me, that was the moment of the week. Plus, Montez Ford is another guy who's got great in ring ability, who's got athleticism out the ass, man. He's fucking great. So I can't go wrong with that. That was my moment of the week. What about you, brother?
Uh, I was gonna probably say the Acclaim, but no, bro. This one just goes to MJF all the way. That promo was just You know, it was
Yeah.
at least a 20-minute promo. And yeah, this is the guy that you want that promo because it was just, you know, he was just running his mouth. He had Regal by his side, you know, taking shots, this and that, and built a new title. On
Yep.
top of all of that, you get the devil himself, MJF, stab Regal in the back and knocked him
With
unconscious.
with the brass knucks.
With the brass knucks. They played it off pretty good with Regal spitting out the blood, and
Yep.
I don't that part didn't really make sense to me, but yeah, I gotta say that was my moment of the week for sure.
Bring him home. Bring him home.
Yeah, bring him home. Let's get William
Yep.
Regal back. Because
But
yeah, you could just kill him off right there, bro. He'll be back to WWE. It just makes a lot of sense.
no
Let's
time.
go.
But like we like to end off every episode, we're gonna throw it back to a nice retro moment of the week.
Let's
James,
go.
what is your retro moment of the week?
All right, man. I can't wait for this one. I was actually watching this last night. As you called me to let me know, let's do, you know, we're gonna do this podcast. I mean, this show, and I was watching. We're going with Randy Orton versus Eddie Guerrero SmackDown.
Wow.
I remember watching this match live. I was freaking 15 years old. This was my first SmackDown. Going with my best friend, or my dad driving us there. It was just a badass experience, man. Because you see Austin Theory right now, like a young guy. He's doing this and that. Austin Theory back then for me was Randy Orton, man. I just get that
Oh yeah.
similar vibe where, like, you know,
That arrogance, that that I'm the guy, I'm the next big thing. That's
right, yeah,
Randy was out here slaying, legend killer. He was out here
right. He came
killing
out as
Austin
bro. He
times.
came out as a legend killer with the NWO style legend
Oh, the
killer.
RKO.
Yeah, bro, and they were the main event, Eddie Guerrero versus Randy Orton. Great match, great match. Sadly, that's the only time we ever saw them wrestle,
Yep.
you know. But you know, other than that, I just to see that, that actually happened on a SmackDown, pretty freaking amazing for sure.
Pretty awesome, man.
What would you say is yours, Zeus?
My wrestling moment of the week is gonna go back to Monday Night Raw. The Rock. He was cutting a promo on Billy Gunn, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows.
Oh yeah,
I was just thinking about this yesterday while I was at work. I was like, man, you talk about guys who have this comedic value that can go and grab the mic and make the entire crowd laugh. And I was thinking, well, The Rock, what moment of The Rock? And I was like, well, like your house started to shake, the heavens opened up, and God himself spoke to you. Well, my name is Billy. It doesn't matter. But the reason why it's great is because the Rock in his prime on the mic note was untouchable, and they Billy Gunn did a shoot interview on that segment, and they said that, or Billy said that he was behind the curtain watching it, just fucking laughing. And everybody,
That's cool for him to say that.
oh
Thought he
yeah,
would have said something negative, but that's badass. Dude,
no,
that match that they had at SummerSlam, the Kiss My Ass match,
yep,
I gotta say, I was a fan of all that shit, man. That's like when, well, like not a fan of that, but I'm just like that's how entertaining everything was back in the day, bro. It's just
yep.
like
It's
it's
awesome. It
nuts. It
was
was
it was
nuts back then.
superior, man. But other than that, man, that was a great episode for us to have today, man. The great week of wrestling, and I can't wait to
Right.
get to next week to talk about it some more, brother. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in. This is another episode of Wrestling News and Brews. Have a great week, fellas, and tune in.
Cheers, folks.
Cheers.